You know, with our words, it's such a funny thing. Years ago, many years ago in Brisbane with my business, I went to a major function centre in Brisbane to see the function managers of this function centre. It was at a time where this would have been the first major client that I would pick up in my business. And as I went to see this client, which would be the first major client I would pick up, as I walked into their office, I had my suit on and I had my tie on, and I had my little resume book of people who'd given us resumes, and I sat down and the two function managers sat on the opposite side of the desk, and they said, "Well, hi, how are you?" I said, I introduced myself and where I was from, and they said, "Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, what's your business, what you do?" And as I sat there with them, I told them, well, we run a DJ business, as you know, and we supply DJs. We specialise in weddings. Most of our work is in weddings, and that's what we will do if we actually can work with you is when you give us a booking, we will confirm that booking to you in writing that we have got it. Then we will meet 1 month before the wedding. We will actually meet with the bride and the groom of that wedding. We will sit down with them and we will plan out their day. We will plan out what music they want from the moment they walk into your wedding venue to right through dinner to cutting of the cake and the bridal waltz, what type of dance music they want. And then once we've got all of that information, we'll then sit down and we will match the DJ to the music that they actually want. And then on the day of the wedding, we just don't stop there. Yes, there's more. We will actually turn up on the day. If the wedding's at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, sometime in the morning, we'll be here. We'll set up all the equipment so it's not being carried through the guests at the wedding. We'll set it up. We'll check that it all works. We'll put all the DJs' records and equipment in as well. And then the DJ will turn up on the night and he'll have a suit and a tie on, and he'll be clean and neat and tidy and suit and tie, and he'll be here half an hour before he's due to start. And that's what we do. And the manager sat there and looked at me at the end of it, and she looked across the desk and she said, "That sounds all great. But we've had lots of DJs in here over the years who have promised us everything and delivered nothing. How do we know we can trust you? How do we know we can trust you?" And all I could say to the function manager was, "I have said this is what we do, and this is what we deliver for every wedding, every time." That's all I can say. That's my word. I left that office that day and they gave me a wedding. They gave me one wedding. And we did that one wedding exactly the way I've just described it to you now. And then they gave me another wedding, and then another wedding, and then over the 10 years they were with me, they turned out to be the largest client I ever had. They would have put hundreds of thousands of dollars through our business. And the only answer I could give them on the day when they asked me, "Why trust you?" is all I could say is, because I have said I will do this and this is what we do. Yes, I will deliver. You know what? This morning, what's your word like? And when people ask you that question, 3 things for you to take out of today. When people ask you a question, Don't make an oath, but give people a straight answer. Tell them yes or no. Tell them yes or no. Second thing is follow through on what you say. Because when you follow through on what you say, that builds their trust in you, that builds your integrity, and that shows your character. If I hadn't have done what I told that wedding venue managers on that day when I sat in their office, that one job they gave me that day would have been the last job I ever had at that wedding venue. And the third thing, if you're not sure when someone comes up and says, hey, listen, I need an answer about this. Don't play games with people. Be honest with people. If you're not sure, say to them, let me think about it. Because if you can't say yes and you can't say no, if you say let me think about it, it gives you the opportunity to just take a step back and have a think about what they've asked you. You haven't committed yourself one way or the other way, but you're actually allowing yourself an opportunity. You know, and this morning, Jesus is looking for people who are going to be genuine. Jesus is looking for people and followers that when they say yes, they mean yes. That when someone asks you something in life and you say yes, they go, well, I know I can trust them because their word is as good as anything. You know, we've got such a relationship up the road here at the moment with the butcher that we can walk in and ask the butcher for the quantity of meat we need for Sundays or for other events, and we don't have to pay them. And you know why? Because when we said in the early days we were a couple of dollars short of things happened, they go, oh, it's okay, that's fine. And we'd come back and we would pay them when we said we would come back and pay them. And now we've got such a level of trust, they actually just give us the meat we need and we walk out the shop with it even if we don't have the money. And we pay later. They've got to learn that when we say yes, we will pay, we mean yes, we will pay. You know, this morning Jesus is looking for you and me. He's looking for us to make genuine yeses in life. That when we say yes, we're here, or yes, we're involved, or yes, we're committed, or yes, God, I'm with you, I'm going to actually make a stand for you in my life. Jesus is actually asking us when we make those genuine yeses, well, is that yes mean yes, or does that yes mean actually perhaps, or does that yes mean oh, maybe? What does your yes and what does your no mean today? Because God is looking for people who have a genuine yes and a genuine no. Because that speaks of your character, your integrity, and your level of trustworthiness. Please pray.